Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Booth Review on WIUR Radio. I'm Robbie Basil, and I'm joined by Chase Caridi to my left and JJ Seglio to my right, as always. And today, for your enjoyment, while the camera angle may be scuffed, and we'll be fixing that in a moment, let's start with
I didn't even
MLB.
realize the camera was off.
It was because we forgot to fix it from the previous show.
No worries.
So Chase may be cut off. He'll join us in a moment. So we'll start with JJ. Who will talk to us about the MLB playoffs, which are heading down to the final two teams. The World Series kicks off this weekend. It is the Los Angeles Dodgers and hold on, I actually have to pull this up. The Blue Jays? The Blue Jays?
They finally
Break it
did
down
it.
for us.
Toronto Blue Jays finally, and I mean finally, you lived up to your potential. You did what I knew you could do from the very beginning if you just played up to your potential. I give them credit. I really do. I'm very happy for the Toronto Blue Jays. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has been absolutely unbelievable this postseason. George Springer single-handedly delivered
you could do that remotely.
just another nut punch to the entire city of Seattle. Once again, the irony of the former Astro doing it is hilarious. Also on a 3-run homer. Just like the one Yordan Alvarez hit back in 2022.
Or to quote one of the greatest baseball moments of the 2010s, the Joey Bats home
Joey
run.
Bats, yes.
That was like the replica of it, but we did it with
No bat flip, unfortunately.
no
I mean,
bat
more
flip.
meaningful.
but it
one
wasn't
that-
a game 7.
and
It actually
more
took them
meaningful.
somewhere.
It was very meaningful.
Yeah.
The Toronto Blue Jays were George Springer literally picked them off the mat to win that game. And the minute that Seattle lost game 6, I'm like, they are somehow going to F this up. And that's exactly what they did.
I'll talk to you now, Chase, because hey,
Okay.
the chat can see you now. So
Hello.
yeah,
Wave to the
they've
camera.
always waved. They always been able to see you though.
Smile
So
away, boys.
smile away,
Smile
boys.
away.
Just smile and wave, Chase. And game 1 tonight, of course. But talk about the journey for both of these teams from your perspective. I mean, the Dodgers did what we all thought they would do when we
Mhm.
talked about it last week. But the Blue Jays continue to surprise us. They are the surprise team of the 2025 MLB season.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, with the Dodgers, very simple, standard kind of run for them. They got the easiest team out of both conferences of the playoffs with the Cincinnati Reds and easily took care of business there. And then the Phillies, a bit of a trouble. Things went back and forth a bit, but it felt like they had control almost all that time. And then with the Brewers, going into that series, everyone kept saying, bullpen, bullpen, bullpen in terms of the problem. Just have your guys go almost the whole game. Yamamoto, Snell, just absolutely dominant. And then you take a look at the Blue Jays, certainly a lot more fear going into the postseason, thinking about how, the team would fare out, having that divisional matchup against the Yankees, but able to take care of business.
And Chase, to think that Vladimir Guerrero Jr., this was going to basically be the final year of his contract going into the season.
He got
But then he did get
re-signed.
the extension.
They
So
committed to him.
credit where credit is
midseason,
due.
And then he completely showed out in that ALCS, back and forth, like we said time and time again with the Mariners. Unfortunately, Seattle was not able to get it done. But
I wouldn't
Toronto,
say unfortunate. That was a good thing. I
Uh,
love seeing the Blue Jays win.
I mean,
I mean,
I think it's more unfortunate.
sucks
Sorry
that a
to
team
cut
that's
you off.
yeah.
It's more unfortunate
Go
for
ahead.
the city of Seattle as they once
'Cause
again
I
got
don't know why you hate
punched
the city
in.
of Seattle, dude.
They
Yeah,
once
I mean, for Seattle though, how many opportunities they had to
Oh,
put
too
that
many.
game away?
squandered.
Too many.
Squandered.
Up
They
3-1.
didn't deserve that win the
They
game.
didn't
No,
deserve
absolutely
it.
not.
It is still unfortunate to see.
They wanted to build a statue for Bizzardo after game 5 of the ALDS. I think they want to tear down that statue now after he gave up that home run.
Probably a good
to-
call, but still, like I said, the Blue Jays really fought tooth and nail to get here, and the fighting does not stop at all. This, I believe, despite the talent difference between these two teams, I think both of them are going to be fighting their absolute most, and I expect a good series between
Yeah.
these two.
Let's talk about tonight's starting pitchers. Game 1 tonight, 8 p.m. on Fox. It is Blake Snell, the
Mhm.
former Cy Young winner, going up against Trey Savage?
Wow. They're out
What?
the rookie in game 1.
Trey Savage.
I
You
like
know
it.
what? Well, that deserves an applause.
I like it.
Where's the button?
I
There
like
it is. Trey Savage. Fair play. I respect the hell out of that.
Me too.
Granted, I
Mhm.
will probably not watch the majority of game 1 because I have a game on ESPN tomorrow. You could check out that on ESPN Plus. But
Versus
It's-
Merrimack in men's
yes,
soccer.
yes, they are. My thing is, do they have no one else other than Trey Savage? It's been 4 days, lads. Trey Savage is the best option. I'm not convinced by that.
I'm
The
a little
one
bit
thing I
surprised they're
wanna-
not going with Gossman.
Gossman did pitch on Monday. The last time the
It's
Dodgers,
Friday.
he threw
It's 5 days.
the last time the Dodgers played was a week ago.
That is true.
So maybe that has some implication for game 1. But I think we all know who's going to win this series. At least I believe we do.
True, but the ballsiness, however, of the Jays I honestly like what they're doing. They're throwing out a pitcher. The Dodgers have not hit baseballs in a week. They're throwing out a pitcher the Dodgers have never seen before. They don't know who this guy is. Only the Yankees have seen him and the Mariners have seen him, basically. They don't know who this guy is. This would be like if the Mets threw out Noel McLean in game 1 of the NLCS against the Dodgers. That's basically what this would be. Would have been very fun. We would have either given up 10 runs or none.
I would probably believe the latter. But there's so much
Probably.
to talk about in baseball. I mean, other headlines we could have talked about. The new manager with the Giants.
Yeah, that was
address,
crazy.
We'll briefly address that in a second.
First manager to ever go from college directly to the pros.
And coming from the University of Tennessee, it's unbelievable. Bo Bichette is on the World Series roster for the Blue Jays. Clayton Kershaw
I'll
is
tell
on
you
the
what,
World
man.
Series roster
Tennessee
for the
had
Dodgers.
themselves a very rough weekend, losing their manager in baseball and then giving up one of the most iconic pick sixes in the history of college football and losing once again to Alabama.
So
Rough weekend
Yeah.
for Rocky Top.
Tony Vitellis is leaving Foles for Giants. It was selfish. It was personal reasons.
Anyway.
Nice. But yeah, other storylines to watch out for in this playoff series. Of course, he is Savage starting tonight.
There's
this
another
I-
storyline,
This
however.
I saw. From John Schneider. I don't know.
Oh
if you saw
boy,
this.
what's this?
Schneider ribs Otani over the Blue Jays' failed pursuit of him back in
Never forget,
2023.
according to John Morosi, Shohei Ohtani is en route to Toronto.
He is. He was.
Did you
Now
see the
he
tweet
will
that
be.
Passan made?
I do.
Same thing.
Well played, Jeff Passan.
Yeah.
Great job.
Class. I love it.
Very.
But yeah, game 1 tonight. So you all know what time it is. We could talk about these two teams for ages, but the Dodgers, we know the Dodgers by now. We've showed them all season long. On the flip side, we talked about the Blue Jays and glazed over Vladimir Guerrero and now George Springer and Trey Savage, apparently. Now it is time to actually pick who will win I believe baseball's greatest prize.
Who is going to win the series and end this long-standing rivalry of Drake versus Kendrick Lamar? Will it be Kendrick's Dodgers or Drake's Blue Jays?
In the battle of music, surprised
Literally.
this is not being played in like when you're the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or
Can you imagine the irony
or
if
Nashville
Kendrick
or anything?
Lamar comes out before Game 3 of the World Series?
I believe it.
That would be
Wait,
absolutely.
no, wouldn't that be game? Oh, yeah.
Game 3?
Yeah,
Because
it's
it starts
Los
in Toronto
Angeles.
at the Rogers
Mhm.
Center.
Because the Blue Jays had one more win.
One more win. literally.
94
Makes
wins
perfect sense to me.
versus
Yes.
93.
I mean, it's the
wins
1 seed
Dodgers.
versus the 3 seed. So, of course, the Dodgers are going to have to be traveling on the road. That's crazy to think about that. The Dodgers were the 3rd best division champion all season. And now here they are in the World Series.
I mean,
Again.
we saw the strength in the National League in the regular season with Milwaukee and Philadelphia and the strength of the wild card teams as well, excluding the final team in the Reds.
And including the
Hey.
team that fell off the face of the earth, which we will not be
The
mentioning.
Phillies
No.
The Braves?
The team that was.
also works.
We are talking about the team
The
that.
Tigers?
The
Had the-
Rockies?
the team that had the playoff spot in the palm of their hands
I think it
and
means the
managed
Mets.
to drive themselves off a cliff.
The Marlins.
Again.
That did
The
happen.
damn Marlins again.
The Diamondbacks.
It's
We could do this
always
forever.
the the
We
Marlins.
could do this forever.
Diamondbacks, yes.
It's always the Marlins.
Yeah, the team that lost Corbin Burns and almost backdoor to playoff spot. But
that's remarkable.
What a
um,
terrible contract.
It's
yeah,
always a damn Marlins.
contracts. We could talk about contracts. We could think about whatever we want, but
That's our
you know,
show.
it is time to do the part that we most know are more notably known for doing in our football segment.
But we have also
But
been
we're
known
doing
for
it
getting.
here.
But we're also known for getting a lot of these wrong.
Well, some of us.
Thank you.
You finally got one wrong.
He
Last time.
did.
You got one wrong finally.
I let the fan inside me get, too strong. Didn't think logistically.
Yes, Chase did get something wrong. Unbelievable. So yeah, madness. But let's pick this. So we'll start with the person who got it wrong last week.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Chase. Though he is. Why? This is what happens on a normal one of these shoots, Chad. Yeah.
The description for this
type 1 if you want JJ to never hit the soundboard.
description
Hold
for
on,
this
let me
show
just-
is absolute madness.
Type
for a
1
reason.
in the chat if you never want to see JJ type again.
I don't like Kendrick
Type
Lamar.
2 if
I
you-
only like Rich the Kid, the Springfield Adams.
Shout out Rich the Kid. I haven't heard a song by him in a
Yeah, shout out
minute.
Rich the Kid.
Rich the Kid.
Wow, that was
Pretty
I remember listening to a lot of Rich the Kid in high school. I think I'm trying to like remember the people from high school now. If you know, you know. But type 1 in the chat if you never want JJ to hit the board again. Type 2 if you do. Well, someone typed 1, so
I don't
that
know
was
who
for the
that
one
is.
person who typed 1.
yeah, shout out the chat. We love you
Demon
guys.
Sports Thought Podcast.
Unbelievable.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
Unbelievable.
I wonder who that is.
Unbelievable.
That's rough.
Yes.
Anyway, let's make some
Yes,
picks,
let's make
shall
some
we?
picks. So we'll start with Chase.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty simple. I'm going to go with the Dodgers. I think what a lot of people are going to say is, yeah, it feels pretty understandable that LA is going to have this one, but I think it will be close. We've seen the strength of the Blue Jays being their offense, being able to just put the ball in play. And then even in the back end of that Seattle series, really using their power to be the benefactor of that matchup. It's a tough one going into it. Game 1 with Snell, who's been just simply dominant throughout this postseason. Savage has had his ups and downs, but I think the Dodgers going to pull this one out. I'll say in 6 games.
I'll go next because I'm the man in the middle. By the way, type 17 if you don't know what's going on.
Not the Stevie Nicks song.
Yeah. I had a feeling you were going to say that.
I'm cultured, man.
I'm going to go to Los Angeles. I also believe it'll be in 6 games. I didn't think you were going to go 6, Chase.
There's no way.
My apologies.
Yeah. I didn't know whether to pick it in 6 games, in 7 games, or maybe even 4 games, maybe -2. If that was an option, I would have picked that. But I'm going with Los Angeles. They are the best team on paper in the World Series. I think they're going to set the tone tonight with Blake Snell going up against the Savage. And I think Toronto can win. And I think if they play to game 6, they would have 3 home games in this.
Yes.
So it goes.
It'd be surprising, but
2 games in Toronto, 3 games in Los Angeles, 2 games in Toronto.
And I think with how good the road teams have been in some of these series,
yeah.
particularly out of the American League, they've really impressed me.
They have.
I think Toronto's going to struggle at the Rogers Center, even though it's going to be really loud. It's going to be really entertaining. But I think the starting pitching of Los Angeles, I'm more confident in. So for that reason, I'm going to go with the Dodgers.
Let's also remember there's a lot of Dodgers fans in New York. And you think there's going to be a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of Dodgers fans going across the border from New York to Toronto. It's really not that
Do
far.
they want to go to
I mean,
all the way up north to the
Yeah, why
freezing
not? It's the
cold?
World Series.
Against Drake. Those are Kendrick fans, guys.
Well, once again, I believe
Or
Kendrick.
Rich the Kid fan.
Rich
I-
the
Rich
Kid.
the Kid.
Come
yes.
on.
I do believe that Kendrick Lamar will once again beat Drake. And unfortunately, I also have this series going 6 games.
So the Toronto's winning this in 7.
Toronto's
games.
winning this in 7.
Yeah.
Officially.
Naturally. But yeah, baseball is heading towards its conclusion. World Series, of course.
We will be
starts.
picking up other sports when this is over,
Possibly.
starting with some hockey
Hey,
and basketball.
Comment down below what sports you want us to talk about besides football, because we're doing football through the end of the semester. But comment below what sports do you want us to talk about. Top comment will be considered.
Anything.
Anything. Also,
cricket?
next week.
Cricket.
What?
Cricket? No, let's talk about some curling. What about some Olympic
Hit a button, man.
curling?
Hit a button. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Moment's gone.
Sweeping. No.
Sure.
Sweeping.
I mean, cricket's cooler.
sweeping?
Also, just to remind everybody,
What?
next week, that's what curling is. It's basically sweeping the
But
thing down
like
the ice.
they don't call it sweep.
I don't know.
It's called
Point of
curling.
the matter I'm trying to make it.
Yeah.
It's no cricket.
Next week's episode is Halloween.
Oh,
We will be wearing costumes.
You are.
Oh, you will be as well.
That's true.
Drop in the comments what you want to see us wear on Halloween. As
Um,
long as it's appropriate, we'll try our best to make it happen.
yeah, that will be chaos. Show our normal time. 12
You might see a
o'clock.
couple of helmets fly. Who knows?
That's for you.
knows?
For me,
I think I know.
yeah.
You got to wear.
Well, we talked about it. We were all together.
You got to
when it
wear. You got to
happened.
wear a clown mask if you're
Nah.
wearing the Jets jersey. You got to have a clown mask.
Ah, we'll see. So what if you want to talk about disappointments, or whether you want to talk about success? We're talking football next, and it's on the other side of this break on WIUR Radio.
This is WIUR Radio.
Hi, I'm Morgan Beastie from the Ionian, and I hope you're enjoying today's show. Are you looking for the latest scoop on campus news, sports, and more? Check out the Ionian, Iona University's very own award-winning student newspaper. We keep you up to date with everything happening on and off campus. Want to know about the big game, the latest campus event? It's all in the Ionian. Join the conversation. Read, write, and get involved. Visit www.theionian.org or pick up a copy around campus. Stay informed, stay connected. Now, back to WIUR, Iona University Radio.
Welcome back to the booth review on WIUR Radio. Robbie Basil, Chase Caridi is that over there, and JJ Seglio is over there. Today, we've already talked about baseball. You can go back to the start of the stream if you want to watch and tune into our terrible baseball picks. But now we're going to dive back into the most viewed and most appreciated part of the
What
show.
we like to call the beautiful game.
Yes. Well, depending on who you ask for that question. Let's start off with our team summary because that's how we always start the segment.
Mhm.
The Jets will get talked about for about 9 seconds because that's how much they were leading in this game. It felt like
9 seconds.
actually no, we never led in this game. We were tied at one point, 3-3. Shout out Nick Folk. He is the leading point scorer on this team, I believe, from this season. Justin Fields got benched. He actually has less passing yards than Jonathan Taylor has total yards, which is unbelievable. Jonathan Taylor, I believe, has 30 more yards than all-purpose yards. 30 more all-purpose yards than Justin Fields passing yards. So take that how you will.
Shout out the number one running back in fantasy football right now, Jonathan Taylor.
Bryce Young played, got hurt. We don't know who's starting for the Panthers.
Well, we
this
do know who came in, and that is the Red
Andy-
Rifle, Andy Dalton. He's still kicking it, baby.
and he did nothing.
He did absolutely
He
nothing.
did nothing.
Hey, he iced the game.
He took the victory kneel down.
That's icing the game to me.
He still scored the same amount of points as Tyrod Taylor did, but then
That
again,
is
Tyrod
true.
Taylor did throw 2 picks.
So I'm
in
guessing the
process.
Jets scored on 2 field goals.
Yes.
Par for the course.
The Jets have not scored any touchdowns since the beginning of the month, and the last touchdown we scored was a garbage time touchdown to Garrett Wilson against Dallas.
Nick Folk supremacy, baby.
Nick Folk-
Nick Folk supremacy.
He
literally.
is the only one to have scored points not named a safety since the
That's
end
why
of the
he's the
game
GOAT.
against the Cowboys.
Yes, to go for a reason.
So yeah, that happened. The Jets are terrible. We're 0-7. We take on Joe Flacco. I don't think in my whole lifetime of being a fan have we actually beaten Joe Flacco. I don't know. We beat him once. Maybe.
Flacco was on your team. No,
He was on our team. He beat I think he's actually the last Jets quarterback to beat the Cleveland Browns.
Where's Mike White when you need him against the Bengals?
Free agency. That's why. That's where he is.
No, he got picked up by
He
the
can't be that
Panthers, I
good.
believe.
Oh, he's on the Panthers now?
Do the Jets have a legitimate
a
shot at
legacy
going
team?
0-17? They've cleared the first hurdle of the Carolina
And
Panthers.
But but what's weird is the Carolina Panthers are over 500 for the first time in 5 years.
You want to know why? Because they're undefeated at home this
They are.
season. That's why.
The Panthers just signed him.
Trap game for the Bills? Question mark.
Maybe.
Nope.
Speaking of the
Better not
Bills,
be.
Chase,
Oh,
how
no,
was your
we're not done yet. With
Whoa,
the
we're not even close.
My fault.
We're not done with the Jets yet. Because you brought up 0-17.
As much as we wish we
There's
did.
a legitimate shot this
Do
might
you-
happen.
Do you know who the Jets still have to play?
A lot of good teams.
Not really. We still have to play the Saints, so that'll be fun.
The Dolphins. I
The
forgot
one
you
in
played
the
them,
the
yeah.
1-6 Ravens.
Well, they
and
won't
the-
be. They
and
won't
at
be
home
one
against
win.
the Cleveland Browns.
The Ravens
We
won't be
have
a
not
one-win team for
lost
that
at
long.
home to the Cleveland Browns in a very long time.
To keep in mind, the Ravens won't be a one-win team for very long.
We'll see.
They got everyone back.
But they're still bad.
Isn't Lamar still limited?
He'll
he
play.
hasn't had a full practice.
I kind of need him. I need a
Oh,
decision
and we
already.
still have to play New England, which we actually beat New England last time we were on the road there. So
This
fun.
was a much different Jets team, however.
But yeah, we had a defense. Yes. It is a Thursday night game.
Thursday.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Thursday night football.
Honestly,
Stop putting the
crazier
Jets
things have
on
happened
prime
Thursday.
time.
They
You have to.
they have
You
to
have to do one
one.
game a season.
I forgot.
This
It's
kid doesn't know
New
ball.
York.
So we've played two. The first one was against didn't we play on a Monday night or something?
No.
Yeah, you played against the Dolphins on Monday night where Tyreek Hill
Oh, it was
injured
a
his leg. in
doubleheader.
8
That doesn't
situ-
count as a primetime game.
By the way, thank God, and I mean,
I mean, the
thank
other game was
God
Broncos
the Mon-
Bengals that week, so it
That
was
is
pretty
true.
terrible Monday
Listen,
night.
bro. Thank God the Monday Night Football doubleheaders are over. Finally,
Yeah,
I'm
they
so
are.
relieved it's over.
It's I believe the second time in consecutive years that we've had a game end on a Tuesday.
Remarkable.
At like
Oh, no,
1:30.
and at like the next day. It still counts.
I mean, the
though.
Seahawks fans may have literally felt nothing.
It was like the third quarter at like 12.
the amount of Mariners
asleep
fans
in
that they
the
cut to in
Yeah.
that
Well, I mean,
stadium
you
was
didn't miss much.
crazy.
But yeah, so the Jets are terrible. If we want to look at the question now actually for them is who are we trading?
I think Quinn and Williams might be on the
No,
block.
I do not think so. No one is taking that.
Nah,
And Moogie said we're not trading him.
Sauce?
I think the
He's
player
hurt.
that I think the player that a lot of teams are going to target because of his contract is Jermaine Johnson.
I've heard
about that
one. Yeah.
Jermaine Johnson, I think, is a very popular option.
Brees Hall's name's been brought up in trade
Yeah,
talks.
absolutely.
Brees Hall. I think it's going to be Jermaine or Brees. I actually don't think they trade Brees now because I think they're going to value him higher than what other teams are.
Since Braylon Allen's out for the
Probably.
season,
Since
they don't
Braylon
have a
Allen's out
suitable
for the year, we
replacement.
have not
Yeah.
added another running back to the team. So I don't believe it'll be Brees. I think it's going to be Jermaine Johnson. That's going to make me really sad. I was so mad when we drafted him,
Why? You got an absolute steal.
but we didn't need an edge rusher at that point.
I know, but you got him in like pick
Yeah, defense was
26.
good
it was a
back then.
steal.
Yeah, we needed a linebacker. We didn't draft a linebacker. That was 20.
He was gonna 2022,
No.
I believe.
It was
Yeah,
the year,
22?
yeah, 22. Then he
That's
was
my draft note.
I was annoyed. I'll never forget this. I was at a bar and when my parents, I was at some event and I was annoyed that we drafted Jermaine Johnson and Brees Hall. And because I didn't think that we'd replace our starting running back that quickly.
Devin Lloyd went one pick later.
Devin Lloyd did go one pick.
That's who I thought we were going to
True,
pick.
but Devin Lloyd's only had this one season, really.
George Karlaftis was a couple picks.
Yeah, but like I didn't think I thought we were going to draft
Karlaftis
an
was never
actual
going
linebacker.
over Jermaine Johnson. Let's be honest here. Jermaine Johnson was one of the top edge
Oh,
rushers in the draft.
Brees Hall.
Brees Hall did.
Who else we got?
Wandale Robinson, I'm pretty sure.
No. Kenneth
William.
Walker. Hey, I liked Kenneth Walker.
Wandale.
Yeah.
See,
Oh
Wandale
yeah, but like he didn't get drafted before Brees Hall.
went to
Yeah.
Kentucky.
So I
Pickens
think
went way
I
later.
think both of
Pickens did
the
go later,
latter our late first round pick that we traded up for. Yes, James Cook.
What
right
about
there.
Elijah Vera Tucker?
No, he's out for the season already.
Forgot.
Nick Benito ended the second. What a steal.
Yeah,
Nick
that was a great.
Bonito.
I only were trading an offensive lineman. They've all been awful.
No.
So Joe Tippmann maybe, but I don't think they'll trade him.
It's definitely Brees or
Uh,
nothing at least.
I think it's gonna be Jermaine Johnson, then Brees.
You started looking at mock drafts.
Yes, and I do not like the guy from Indiana.
Take Ty Simpson.
Who is the other next best quarterback? in
Ty
the-
Simpson,
The guy isn't he from Oregon?
Alabama.
No, Oregon's
He's a
Dante
fraud
Moore.
too.
more. Yeah.
I actually like Dante
How
Moore.
is Ty Simpson? Ty Simpson is the favorite to win the Heisman Trophy right now.
So when was the last time an Alabama quarterback in year one was good in the NFL?
Good question.
Tua, I guess, but have you seen how Tua Tagovailoa's career has turned out?
I think he's going to be better. than,
Bryce Young is short, but like
I do really like
his
Ty
start of his career has been
Shout out Alabama
terrible.
quarterback AJ McCarron.
Yeah, he was a
He's
stud.
solid.
Now he's running in
For
politics.
lieutenant governor for the state of Alabama.
Yeah,
shout out
shout
AJ
out him.
McCarron. Broke my heart in
Bryce.
2012.
Who else was the quarterback?
Mac Jones,
Yeah, he's
Jalen Hurts.
backup. I mean, Jalen Hurts is probably the best one, but like he's not
from
done.
Bama.
He's won a Super Bowl.
He did learn off. He did go to Oklahoma and learn under Lincoln
McCarron.
Riley.
Yeah, big up AJ McCarron. But the point being, the Jets, they're a mess. We've been a disaster for years. I expect nothing. from
Same
this game
old
against the
Jets.
Bengals.
Same
I expect
old
us to lose 65-0 because,
No,
but
you'll put up 20
but
points.
hey,
The Bengals defense is
about-
absolutely
about-
awful.
I need T Higgins to get like 7 touchdowns. So just don't throw the ball to Jamar. Just throw it
I
to T
second
Higgins.
that. I'm facing Jamar Chase. I second that.
Unfortunately, Joe Flacco only knows one language. It's Jamar Chase.
Uh,
Stat line last week.
Was pretty remarkable.
I mean, T had his plays.
The
Oh.
reason they're undefeated at home is
Oh
because
yeah,
the
that's
teams
very
that
true with how
play
bad Bank of America Stadium is. I'll give
that
it,
stadium is a joke. I do agree.
but yet it's used for multiple major sports teams. So shout out to that. Shout
Shout out
Char-
to, and it'll also be used for the World Cup.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Chase will enlighten us about the Bills. We're gonna look up if that's actually
Chase,
Bills.
how was your bye
I'm supposed to be
week?
talking about the Bills.
Oh yeah, bye.
How was your bye week?
You know, there was a lot of discussion between Bills fans on the internet about really all the problems that are concerning with this team, primarily the defense. They're either hurt or just not playing up to the expectation that we all saw them have.
Still can't
And
stop the run.
Even the offense, having questions about guys like Coleman, Kincaid, and all their kind of like how they're included in this offense. It's really tough seeing how some of these pieces are kind of failing to fit. But I do have faith that they're going to be able to get back and roll into things with Carolina. Not a tough team whatsoever. Going up against the Patriots and Falcons, both are competent opponents. I don't see that with Carolina, but we're going to have to see what's going on with the whole team. Hopefully they get back into emotion and not doing any crazy things like reverses to the tight end or fumbling the ball into the hands of Elijah Moore.
Got to give the ball to Jackson Hawes.
Well, it's more of a run blocker.
Yeah.
Shout out.
By the way,
Run blocker.
Dalton Kincaid is questionable, so he actually might play this week. So,
Jackson Hawes.
So I thought he will not start on fantasy for me. By the way,
I'm gonna miss out, dude.
correction on the recent note about Bank of America Stadium. They're
They
actually
are not a World
hosting
Cup
the World Cup in Charlotte.
Kind of ridiculous, but I can understand
Why? They're trying to
I mean,
like
they use
host
it for the. I know they use it for the Club World Cup.
yeah, for like 2 games.
Fair enough.
But yeah, if you want to know where it is on the East Coast, you have Philadelphia, New York, Boston, ATL, and Miami. So have fun with that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about frustration. Because why
Oh
whether
boy.
you're frustrated that
Oh,
the U.S. won't win the World Cup, or if you're mad that your job is terrible, at least you're not fans of the New York Giants after they lost to the Denver Broncos. And because of that, the sound effects coming back.
We applaud you. Because he's not a Giants fan.
He's not a Giants fan yet tries to copy Cam Scatterbo. That's unbelievable.
Regardless,
That's
let me just take you through my Sunday. So it started off with me calling some youth football games, watching the Rams absolutely slaughter the Jaguars, and I'm having myself a fantastic day. I get back home and I see the Giants are absolutely bulldozing the Denver Broncos. It was 19-0 in the third quarter. 19-0. They give a touchdown and start the fourth. Okay, whatever. Ball deflects off of a Broncos defender's hands into Theo Johnson. They go up 26-8. They have 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Robbie, there's a stat that I'm going to give you. Do you know why the number 1,602 is significant?
let me tell you guys. I think is that the amount of win. I don't think it's at 1,000. What is it number again?
1,602.
1,602. I'm gonna assume that's the. I'm gonna say that's the amount of wins teams have had while leading at that point in the game.
So in the NFL, going into Sunday, teams were 1,602-0 when leading by 18 points or more
I got it right
in the final 5 minutes.
I got it right, Chat.
The New York Giants did something that's never been done before in NFL history. And that's not even the worst part. They gave up 33 points in 1 quarter.
Yeah, mute him. For being too loud. So JJ's getting muted.
My apologies.
Yeah.
Want for Shane Bowen, that absolute joke of a defensive coordinator. Dropping 8? Are you kidding
It's
me?
a really good throw to Marvin. Mims to close
Dropping
that game.
8
And then Cortland
with
Sutton.
30 seconds
Come
left.
on. That was nasty.
Good throws, don't get me wrong, but why are you dropping 8 for the love of God?
Listen, I think we just need to accept as NFL fans, Bo Nix is that guy.
Bo Nix is
Clutch
that guy.
Gene.
I agree.
He may not be able to ever move the ball against the Jets, but my God, can he do it again?
Yeah, first 3
and the
quarters
re-
are kind
oh,
of a
by the
nightmare.
way,
But
Chase,
that fourth quarter, he's there.
the refs tried to screw over the Broncos. Let's not forget that also.
True. True.
That was really, really bad. To make the situation even worse,
RJ Harvey.
RJ Harvey had himself a good day. Marvin Mims played well. Troy Franklin played well. Cortland Sutton played well.
Well, not enough for my fantasy team, but
I'm pretty sure they all scored, all 3 of them. But
Cortland
No.
Sutton did not
Great-
score. I
so-
would remember if Cortland Sutton
as we get into
Yeah, that would have been good for me.
one of the more wilder stats of the game was the Giants' special teams.
Ooh.
Jude McAdamy.
Are we saying that correctly?
Jail.
Send him to the
Jail. Send him to the Dublin National Prison. You are a joke to the Irish, my friend. And I'm not even Irish, and I was livid watching this man kick. You have how? You're a kicker. You can't kick an extra point. Not only that, you're basically the equivalent of a certain thing that people like to say when it comes to people having jobs over other qualified people. And to make matters worse, you lost your job as a kicker at Rutgers. Rutgers.
Why did they sign him in the first place?
I don't know. He's basically an affirmative action hire.
Ah,
Rutgers.
Why didn't they just start
Backup
Youngway Koo?
kicker
What?
at
Youngway Koo, isn't he on the
King
practice squad?
Rutgers.
yeah, but he could make a kick at the beginning of the season.
You're telling me
Yeah, but,
Young
like,
Wei
at
Koo
least you got a
can't
guy
kick
who
better
you
than
know
Jude
can kick.
McAdamy?
I don't know whether that says more about.
We
Jude
miss
or-
you, Graham Gano.
They really do. I mean, good
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Backup kicker at Rutgers. That's unbelievable.
Hey, Eddie Kalegi though would know a lot about this man.
And speaking of Rutgers, they gave up 750 total yards of offense to the Oregon Ducks this past weekend.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fire Greg Schiano.
Shout out Dante Moore.
They're not going to fire him.
He
Shout out
should.
Dante Moore for real.
Speaking of coaches that got fired, congratulations, Florida Gators. You are free from the
for Billy
draft
Napier.
bench.
Yeah,
Billy Napier.
yeah.
Bye. Goodbye.
Billy Napier's gone.
You'll be forgotten.
congratulations. But let's go back to professional football. There's a lot of this is new to me. Jermaine Johnson doesn't expect it to be traded. Take that how you will, because he's gonna get traded.
He's getting traded.
He's
But
gonna
to go back to the Giants game for a second, Robbie, and this is to me the most mind-blowing thing. The Giants had a statement win in the palm of their hands, yet now their season looks lost completely.
More than
They
just
could have
the
went
Patriots
from 3-4 to 2-5. And now you have to play the Eagles this week, who are really angry about what you did to them the first time. And it's in Philadelphia. Yeah, your season's in the gutter. Fire Brian Dable, fired Shane Bowen. And honestly, Joe Shane, you need to start over, man. Start from the beginning. Tear this regime down. If Shane Bowen is not working at the next McDonald's near me in East Rutherford, New Jersey, then that is just a detriment to the legitimacy of the New York Giants organization.
It's a nice establishment, but just to
It's
like
so
close out.
Joe Shane might get canned though. Like
You know what?
This
think
is
about
also
that too.
I
possible.
take that back. Shane Bowen should be working at White Castle instead. The one White Castle that is somehow still up outside of MetLife.
Hey,
Stadium.
whatever fast food
Why
restaurant
can't-
he may be working at, I do think that we should say, despite the epic collapse that the Giants had and how their
Monumental.
season definitely doesn't look like it's going to be on an upturn any soon, I think it's still a season that we can look at a lot of the bright spots and future-wise. I know we're saying get rid of these coaches,
Oh, yeah,
get
the
rid of front
rookies
office,
have been fantastic.
but there are still players here to build off of. So I think that's a lot more than a lot of teams can say. So
That
I
is
think you
true.
should still be very happy with Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo, the defense. Defensive line still looks really good. There's a lot of good still to look at. Obviously, it stings to lose a game that poorly, but I don't think the G-men should be, worried too much, or at least their fans, about what's to come in the
Definitely
future.
definitely not for the rookies. The rookies look fantastic. I mean, I'll tell you what, Jackson Dart has been a revelation. I knew this guy was good coming out of college. I didn't know he was this good.
No, Cordell
He's
Flott,
been a
not a rookie,
revela-
but pretty sick
He's
guy.
been a revelation for this football team. Giants fans, you got yourself your quarterback. Now get yourself a new head coach, please.
Yeah, they're gonna need one.
Also, if you want guys to look at in mock drafts, Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate, Malachi Lemon. Those are your guys. Do your research.
Cardinal Tate's nasty.
He is
Except
kinda-
Malachi Lemon did find a way to fumble the game against Notre Dame, as we all know. It's always going to be, you know what, GUSC.
All right, so let's stop talking about college football. That's not wrong show.
Not us.
Today,
Fair enough.
let's talk about the NFL trade deadline before we go to picks.
That's 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks from now, right?
10 days to go. November 4th is the NFL trade.
Can
deadline.
we please, for the love of all things holy, have an active trade deadline this year? The last 3 trade deadlines have just been Brian Cashman sleeping outside of Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. So
Please.
here are some notable players that could get traded. The one we've heard the most about was Jacoby Myers for some reason from Vegas. He's been terrible, but like he could get traded. I don't know. Chris Olave's been a popular one.
I've heard that name a lot. I've heard
But
Waddle's name. I've heard Olave's name.
I don't think they're going to trade Jalen Waddle because they kind of don't have to. They have a lot of control on him, but the Saints are terrible. I think, though, it won't be Olave that gets traded. What about Rashid
Rashid
Shaheed?
Shaheed. I've been
could see
saying,
that.
honestly, I've been saying, I'd rather take Shaheed than Olave. I just feel
he's
like
a
his
lot-
skill
'cause
set
Shaheed is the deep ball guy.
Yeah, I feel like
He's
his skill could
fast
definitely
as hell.
with Buffalo aligns, but also with a lot of teams in the NFL align. But just airing it out, having your guy go and get one, and even though Shaheed might be, one catch, it is that one catch for 70
That'd
yards
be
and a
cool
touchdown,
and all,
big
Chase,
time.
but here's the thing, and I feel like you and I can both agree on this. The Bills need a legitimate wide receiver one.
Yeah,
Genuinely,
Chris
they do.
Olave.
but I don't think it happens at this.
Chris
Well,
Olave.
he's just gonna get hurt.
He is.
That
We
is
know
true.
he is.
Chris
And Jalen
Olave
Waddle,
is
listen,
always hurt.
posted a picture with the Bills in the background at their stadium.
So
Would the Dolphins ever do that? No,
No.
God,
not
no.
even close.
Well, I don't know. That Dolphins organization is pretty incompetent.
Hey, I mean, I'd take any of the other people like Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips. These other guys, they're gonna have to
I
move
don't think they'll
off of.
trade you Bradley Chubb.
What about
No.
Minka? What about Minka?
Well, you didn't
Fitzpatrick?
think that the Broncos would trade Bradley Chubb, but they did.
That was
Yeah, but
pretty
it wasn't
unexpected.
in division.
Yeah, but like, come on, their season's over.
What about Minka
Arden
Fitzpatrick?
Key though. Arden Key would be
Arden
interesting.
Key?
That would be good.
I'll take anyone on defense.
Yeah.
The Bills are so.
Hey, the Titans are definitely going to be selling.
Titans are-
Kingsley
Reek Woolen, Seattle.
I don't know.
Kingsley Ogbar?
I don't know who that is. Yeah, the
I'll
Reek
tell you the
Woolen.
big name that, and I cannot wait to see Jeffrey Simmons finally.
He's not-
Hopefully,
I don't think
They're,
the Titans
they're not
are gonna
trading
move- I
him.
don't
They're
think the
not
Titans are
trading
gonna
him.
move off
They've
of
already
him.
said they're not trading him.
he'll never be free from Tennessee.
Oh, he's on
Hey,
a long-term
Titans fans need
deal,
something to be
so-
happy
What about
about.
L'Jarius Sneed?
He's on IR. He's out for like 5 weeks.
Figures. Real question is
Trey Hendrickson. Does it finally happen?
No.
No,
No.
probably not. Logan Wilson though.
Logan
Yes,
Wilson.
That is
I was
gonna
going to bring
happen.
him up next.
Logan Wilson, definitely. But here's the thing, Chase. Do you think that the Rams will finally trade for a cornerback?
No.
No.
Have you seen our secondary?
Yes, but I still don't think it's gonna happen.
What makes you think we're not going to get a corner?
Because they haven't done anything.
I mean,
I don't
I
expect them to do
think
anything.
teams.
I'm willing to trade one of those first round picks for Denzel Ward, honestly.
He's not getting moved from the
They're not gonna move
Browns. He's on a
Denzel Ward.
long-term contract. They are not moving.
They're trying
him.
to reboost their defense with guys that could keep long term,
Right.
like when they got Tyson.
I think
Campbell for
Roger
Greg Newsome.
McCreary would be an interesting end.
Roger McCreary,
Interesting.
I'd be
From
okay with.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't fit the idea of the
See, I would've
transitioning
considered-
team,
I would have considered Sneed,
but
he's,
he's
on
out
IR.
for a while.
Yeah.
How is Asante Samuel Jr. still a free agent?
And he's terrible.
He's not terrible. Just keeps getting hurt. That's the biggest thing with him.
Evan Neal was listed. That's
Evan Neal.
Calvin Ridley, maybe. for the
Please
Bills?
trade him. Seriously, trade
I mean, what's he good? That's just we're doing the Amari Cooper thing all over again.
Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, how come you
Rashad
guys
Bateman?
didn't
They're not gonna
sign?
get rid of Rashad.
How come you guys didn't
He's
sign Amari Cooper
expiring.
back?
No, but they're still
He's
going to try to like.
retired.
Well, I'm saying, why didn't you sign him back?
Because he's
Who Amari Cooper? He
retired.
retired.
Yeah, I know that. He became a free agent, went to the Raiders, and then
The Raiders did, or no? Who did he sign? He signed with the Raiders again,
Yeah,
and then he
Raiders,
retired.
He
One day
signed with
con-
the Raiders and then retired.
That
we
would the
all
same
thought-
thing would have happened.
We all thought we were going back to the future because Keenan Allen ended up on the Chargers. Adam Thielen was back on the Vikings. But unfortunately, we can't have all nice
Khalil
things.
Mack.
So
Go to the Raiders
He's,
now.
he is playing now.
Khalil Mack is somehow still on
I mean, yeah,
And he's been good.
He's been really good. Had a great Thursday night football
He
game
did.
against.
Surprising.
Well, I mean, just
And
a
I tell
joke
you-
of an offensive
And you
line.
want to talk about an absolute slaughter fest last night? That Thursday night game was absolutely dominant.
yeah, the Vikings.
I don't know
They
why
suck.
I don't know
Shout
why
out
Carson Wentz played to the last
Shout
drive.
out
He was
Troy-
clearly
shout
hurt
out,
by like
Detroit
halftime.
Trojans running back Kamani Vidal.
Yeah,
who is
Kamani
the-
Vidal is
If
pretty.
I'm not mistaken, Wentz was also hurt like going into the game.
and
then
he
just
was
got-
questionable going into
Yeah,
it.
then he just got
Put in
more
Max,
hurt.
just put in Max Brosmer, you cowards.
They're actually starting
Brosman.
JJ McCarthy this week.
They are.
possibly.
Who
So
they playing?
interesting.
The Lions, I think.
Oh, I thought they're on bye.
No,
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 they've
it's,
already
uh,
had buys.
Thursday, and then they go to Sunday, so they got like an extended.
10 days. They
Yeah,
have a 10
extended
day.
break.
Next week they are playing for week 9. How are we at week 9 already?
What's not
Well, next
fair,
week's week
bro?
nine,
How
but-
are we midway through the season already?
The whatever the heck, the Vikings. They are playing who are they playing? Scrolling up even more. Oh, they are playing the Lions.
Tough.
Oh, he's gonna get destroyed.
That's just
Hey,
Big game for Aaron Jones. Jordan
Probably a
Mason.
big game for the Detroit Lions defense.
Well, yeah.
We can talk about all these teams and more as our NFL pickup segment is next here on the Booth Review on WIUR Radio.
This is WIUR Radio.
Hi, this is Anthony Carlo, TV news reporter in New York City and proud alum. If you're looking for a career in media, Iona is the place to be. From internships to real-world experience, Iona's media program is unprecedented. Take it from an industry professional who made it in the biz.
Now back to WIUR, Iona University Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the chat and everyone's favorite segment on this show. It is time for the NFL Pick'em. Before we go into this, we know it's about to happen. It is time to see how we did last week. So, JJ,
Let's
break
pull
it.
up the
break it-
stats
break
for
it down
this
for us.
week. All right, so Robbie Basil finished 3 wins, 2 losses.
That's not bad. I mean, granted, it wasn't like last week when I 2 weeks ago when I went 4-2, but
I
like
thought we did
improvement.
6 games.
Not 4. Wait, no, we did do that.
Sick.
Hold on, let me
So
count.
time for game 6. Oh,
Let me count this again.
drum roll, please. We don't have a sound effect.
We don't have a drummer. All right, so Robbie
Just hit the
went
boo.
Ah.
1. I'm just counting the losses. 1, 2. Robbie Basil goes astounding 4-2. Not bad.
Back-to-back 4-2, chat. Back-to-back
Hey,
4-2.
Don't call it a
Next up,
comeback.
Chase Caridi goes 4-2.
Okay. That's fine.
The disrespect.
Oh, cheer anyway. Come on.
And then lastly,
Type the applause emoji in the
and
chat.
lastly,
Do
the
it for-
winner
for
of
ch-
this week's pick'em with an astounding 5-1 record is yours truly.
No, it's and no one asked.
Nice. Nice. All right.
So this week, because no one cared about last week, the Chargers of
won
course
again.
beat the Vikings. No one asked if he won or not because
I
type
hates to see me win, I swear.
nah because we have a show to run.
We
and
do
It's
have a
not
show to
all
do.
about you.
Yeah.
We have a show to run.
That's true. We got about
Um,
17 minutes.
Well, you may want to believe we want to talk about the Jets and the Bengals, or the incredible game between the Ravens and the Bears. Unfortunately, we don't have time to pick all of our games this week, as per usual. So we're going to only be picking these 6 key games as picked by yours truly. And today we're going to be beginning with the Buffalo Bills, who have only played 2 road games in their first 6. They are going to the team that we just talked about like 5 minutes ago, the Carolina Panthers,
Mhm.
who, as JJ mentioned, are undefeated at home and have been led by Rico Dowdle for some reason.
Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard does nothing though. It's
Chuba Hubbard's honestly getting
it's
some burn.
Rico Dowdle.
It's the
We
Dowdle
know
show.
we know it's Rico Dowdle and Tedero McMillan, who's been pretty good recently.
Shout out Ted.
Solid rookie.
Yeah, he's the leading receiver for both teams. How is that possible?
Because the Bills
is it
have
possible?
Bills have a good
Packages with Elijah Moore and Tyrell Shavers, baby. That's how it's possible.
Come
Joe Brady, you
Tyrod
impressed me,
Shavers,
bro.
what a guy.
Joe
Curtis
Brady.
Samuel, will he play this game?
Is he better than Ken Dorsey though? I don't know.
Yes,
Controls his anger much better than Ken Dorsey.
That
That
is
is true.
he didn't smash an iPad. But
No.
One of the funniest
let's pick this game, Chase. We'll begin with your boys. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I kind of said about the Bills coming out of the bye, I think this gave them time to really, settle back in as a team that, was scoring 30 game in and game out before they kind of ran into those tougher opponents with New England and Atlanta. I think this is a good bounce back, going later into the season where we have some tough games like the Chiefs. It's got to be time to bounce back, and I think that happens here with the Bills.
I'm also picking Buffalo.
Nice.
They need to impress me. I think they need to impress a lot of people. And this is the game where they have to get something going with the receiving core. I've been very disappointed in Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman. I think this is a game that you could possibly see one of them go off because the other is getting guarded by JC Horn.
And that
be
Panthers
so-
secondary is atrocious.
I really do like, though, the Panthers pass rush, and that could be something you watch out for at the deadline. Do the Panthers add to the pass rush with Derek Brown and company? They've been really good. I'm going with Buffalo. I'm going to say it's going to be a very slow start, but as the game progresses, they're going to really grow into the game. I think 24-17. I got the Buffalo Bills.
24-17
Okay.
like that. So I got Bills win, Panthers cover. Let's move on.
Interesting.
Okay.
7-point spread, Panthers cover.
The next game, there really isn't anything crazy in the 1 o'clock slate this week. So if you
Well,
let,
that Niners, that Bears Ravens game might honestly be
it's
interesting.
4-2 against 1-6.
But Lamar is back.
But yeah,
Lamar might be back.
he might be back. We don't know who's playing it. So we're
We
gonna
still have no defense.
immediately move forward. Actually, we're gonna stay in the 1 o'clock. There is a
Oh.
game that we could pick here. The Giants, who actually beat the Eagles earlier in the season, are going to Philadelphia. Where I believe didn't the Giants win this game? Were in this game last year, but then the
Well,
Eagles.
yeah,
Eagles
because
won.
the Giants.
Oh yeah,
weren't-
this is the game where Saquon reverse hurdled somebody. Oh no, that was
No.
against
Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
That's
You-
Jaguars.
I wasn't there.
Unbelievable.
I wasn't even watching the game. That's why I guessed
To
it.
make matters worse, that game between the Giants and Eagles was Week 18 game where the
Oh,
Giants
that's where
didn't play any of their starters. Well, I mean, they kind of had to. The Eagles played nobody.
Right. I was in Miami for this.
meaningless game. But obviously, I'm going to go with Philadelphia. I feel like this is going to be more of a funeral. Eagles fans want blood this week after what happened in East Rutherford 2 weeks ago.
I mean, listen, I think with sure, fans may want blood, and the Eagles need to start playing better. I don't know. I mean, a good win against Minnesota, I'll give them that, but just still have not fully
Where
impressed
Jalen
me.
Hurts looked absolutely phenomenal.
Sure. But I mean, again, this is a Giants defense that you can't, just pass on from. Like, it is a very strong unit. I think it is still going to be, a game that the Giants are going to be able to play them close, but I do have the Eagles win this one. AJ Brown, will he play? Will he not? Nah, who knows? I'll take Philly.
I'm gonna say Philly as well. The Giants have not won a road game yet this season. They're 0-4 on the road. So,
And to think that they should have won 2 of those road games,
It is
lost 2 of them in
impressive.
heartbreaking fashion.
though Saquon needs to prove something.
Please wake up, Saquon.
23rd in he's the
23rd in
RB
rushing,
He's RB
Saquon.
23. That's kind of impressive.
Madden cover curses.
Madden cover curses. is
But yeah,
real.
Cam Scatterbo is the leading rusher for both teams going into this one. Though what's impressive is that Jackson Dart, for his few starts, has the same amount of interceptions as Jalen Hurts.
That's
How?
pretty remarkable.
Actually, no. How many does Jackson Dart have? 2 or 1?
I believe 2.
So he is more than Jalen Hurts. Because Jalen Hurts has 1. He is 11 touchdowns, 1 interception. The leading
The
receiver
one
for both
interception
teams.
was against the New York Giants.
It was against the New York Giants.
Just 3 interceptions.
That's
2 of them weren't really his
That's
fault.
impressive.
2
That
of
is
them weren't.
well, the one that was his fault.
The one that was his fault was awful.
pathetic.
We talked about it. We can move on.
Yeah. Next one. We're going to the 4:00 slate. The team I got called out for glazing last 2 weeks actually. The Dallas Cowboys. Their defense is a myth. You could throw donuts on the field and they still wouldn't be able to catch any. They wouldn't be able to stop the rain of donuts on the field if they're playing defense. They're taking on the Denver Broncos, who also couldn't stop anything on defense last week. The Denver Broncos. Going into the season, a lot of people had them as the best defense in the NFL. They had some completely awful games, and they've also played the Jets. So that is why they're 3rd in the league in defense in yards allowed, which I still don't get how
It's
that
also
happens.
the amount of talent that defense has. And you've got Jonathan Cooper, Nick Benito, Pat Surtain, Talanoa
I
Hufanga,
love
Dre
Pat Surtain.
Greenlaw.
Love Pat Surtain.
I mean, they have
PS2?
so much talent.
Should have been a
Oh,
Dallas Cowboy, but
Definitely should have been a Dallas Cowboy.
so he's playing the team that he should have been drafted to. Despite Denver having no leaders in any statistical category against the Cowboys, I'm picking Denver anyway. I love George Pickens. Javonte Williams just drives me insane.
Revenge
Dak,
game.
yeah, that is true. Javonte revenge. I think Javonte goes nuts. The Broncos have been really disappointing in stopping the run.
Yeah.
I don't know if yes, the Jets but they were predictable on offense. I'm concerned about this Dallas Cowboys defense against this offense. I think it's a big day for Cortland Sutton. It's a big day for Trey Franklin. I think the Broncos walk over the Dallas Cowboys. in a
Walk
surprise.
over is
I think
crazy.
Dallas can keep up the offense, but can they actually get a stop
I mean,
against this Broncos offensive line?
Do you know how cardiac the Broncos are?
Yeah.
They're unbelievably cardiac.
This is the game where they have to show something, and I think they do. I have the Denver Broncos.
I am very much looking forward to seeing the hottest
They're also
offense.
undefeated at home this year.
That also. The hottest offense in the league versus talent-wise the best defense in the league. And you know what my saying is? I'm always going to favor the defense. Defense wins championships. I'm taking Pat Surtain and the Denver Broncos.
All right. Well, I'm ready to go against the herd here. Listen, what I've seen from the Cowboys defense or offense rather, being a fantasy owner of Javonte Williams and Jake Ferguson, it's pretty good. And CeeDee Lamb has come back. George Pickens is still that deep threat option guy who can at
Don't
least
I have-
get you a flag going
Pretty
against.
sure I have Jake
I'm in
Ferguson.
multiple leagues, JJ.
Fair enough.
So, in this matchup, I think, you guys saying a lot to obviously that Cowboys defense is really poor, but also what needs to be understood is the Broncos offense for the majority of the game really struggles to show
That
up
is true.
in time, in a
Oh,
rhythm
yeah.
and in pattern. Bo Nix, he has showed flashes, like we said, really, really strong in that clutch G when it comes down to the moment of the game. But, when it comes to being in this shootout opportunity against Dak and this Cowboys offense, I think the boys from Jerry's World got it gone, and in this road game, get a win.
And this is now the third week in a row we've picked against the Cowboys.
Granted, for those who I just got 15 messages about this. I'm not hating against Dallas. They can't stop anybody. I mean, they stopped the Jets.
They
but
stopped
They
Marcus
couldn't stop
Mariota
Russell.
in garbage
They let
time.
Russell Wilson throw 450 yards on
They
them.
also he also arm punted to them.
Yeah, I mean,
That too.
they literally beat the Jets because the Jets couldn't get it out of their own way. And they went out and beat Marcus Mariota.
The defense can't stop a
And they gave up
tumbleweed.
a touchdown with like less than a
The
minute in the
Cowboys
first
can't
half.
stop a tumbleweed.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Nah, I think I think they could maybe stop a tumbleweed.
But again, the
But they
Broncos
can't
offense,
tackle.
I see as a question.
That's-
But yeah,
I mean,
Next game.
stopping anything is
A myth.
like I
it
don't
should
know.
be a good game.
It will be good. But I think a lot of Dak's passes will be intercepted by Pat Surtain. But next
Probably.
game, Aaron Rodgers is playing against his former team. Usually, actually, have we seen this before? Has he played
Rodgers,
against?
no,
So
Not
this
on
is
the Jets.
because he was
No.
hurt first year.
yeah,
and
because he
then
was
played
hurt
second
year one and was supposed to play against them, I believe. It is Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs, who have both been solid. They take on the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Acrisure Stadium.
Mhm.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be maybe windy. I don't know. But do we think this is the Aaron Rodgers revenge game? Yes or no? Chase Caridi.
Listen, I mean, I think again, like we've said with a couple of these games, it's going to be close, and obviously tensions are high, in terms of the revenge and whatnot. But I just think the Packers love to play these teams close, really whoever they play, but manage to somehow get away with it, unless it's the Cleveland Browns or the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. So hey, second time, who
I'm
knows?
still mind blown how
A
the Packers lost to the
two
Browns.
ties in a season would be pretty crazy. And also predicting a tie would be the dumbest thing I could ever do in my life. So I won't do that. But the Packers, really, at least I think they should be, respected near the top of the NFC and really NFL in general. And I think they should be able to do so dominantly against the Steelers unit that has had its moments, but also then, loses games like versus Unk and the Bengals. So I'm going to go with the Packers in this one.
I'm going to go. Oh, this is so tough because the Packers have been really bad. You mentioned the Cleveland Browns. We're the Cleveland Browns.
We're
We
the
actually,
Cleveland
and we actually could stop the Packers.
I know you are.
I am going with Pittsburgh. Now, it is not because, it's one narrative. Aaron Rodgers has already beaten one of his former teams this season, which is crazy to say because he didn't deserve it.
What do you
But-
mean? He outplayed the Vikings.
He played the Jets.
Or the Jets, not the Vikings.
He didn't really outplay the Jets. We just couldn't stop anything.
Yeah, that's
He got outplayed by Justin Fields statistically.
that is pretty
other
brutal.
than touchdowns.
Well, it was the Chris Boswell 60-yard kick of God.
Yeah, I mean the kick of gods.
Can you imagine if Chris Boswell doesn't hit that field goal? What goes on with the Jets this season if Boswell doesn't make that kick?
We
Probably
will
lose out.
probably go be 1-6 going in this.
That was
week.
like their
3 and
one
4.
game they could
You'd be
have.
three.
no, oh no, we had Tampa.
You'd be
Oh,
three. No,
yeah.
you'd be 3 and 4.
Does
No.
Will McDonald still block that kick?
Probably.
What ifs galore.
What ifs are the best thing in
What ifs?
sports.
The Jets in a nutshell. But I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh. I need to see something though from a couple. This is another team I need to see a lot more from, particularly in the run game. I've been very disappointed in Pittsburgh when they run the ball, but then again, we've all been disappointed in Pittsburgh running the ball in like the last few years. I don't know who will be their big running back. I'm hoping it's Kenneth Gainwell. I think Jalen Warren or Kenneth Gainwell can do something.
Mhm.
I think Pittsburgh will win this more comfortably than they could. But I see this as not being more than a one-score game. I got Pittsburgh winning.
Pittsburgh is always going to be in one-score games. And we all know the Steelers on prime time are a sight to behold, to say the least. We're going to be seeing a lot of Yinzers waving their terrible towels in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's going to be a fun one. But if you know me well enough, then you already know who I'm going with. I'm going with the Steelers to go out and beat the Packers. And I'm going with Aaron Rodgers to get some revenge on his former team. Steelers going 9-8 Super Bowl.
Finally, we have the Monday night game as per tradition. Pat Mahomes, he's cool. He is taking on a former number 2 overall pick, Marcus Mariota and the Washington Commanders. I think we all know who's winning this. Bill Krosky may be cool. A lot of players may be hurt, but little did we know that the Commanders will find a way to be in this for a little bit and then get destroyed in the second half.
Oh yeah,
I think
Yeah.
the Chiefs win this.
I could see the Zach Ertz touchdown now.
Please.
And it's gonna be pretty sick.
Please.
Here's the real question. Will Terry McLaurin play
No.
on Monday night?
It won't matter.
Definitely not.
Has he
Him,
started a game
Debo,
all
who
season
knows?
besides the Giants?
No,
That's a great question.
I don't think so.
Well, listen, for Monday night, like we've said, the Commanders are certainly not in a spot that they want to be in terms of health and, how they've been playing so far. Marcus Mariota, as much as I can respect the hell out of you, that bounced pass back to yourself in that wild card game,
Oh yeah.
pretty sick from all those years ago. Against the Chiefs, might have been. But yeah, I'm going to
Yes.
go with Kansas City. Mahomes has been really on fire. What he pulled this team through the deepest trenches early on in the season, and now with guys like Rashee Rice back, and the defense finally starting to click once again, it's becoming the team that we've been afraid of year in and year out for the past half decade in the NFL. So I think the Chiefs again just continue to build closer to that dominant run we always see in them. I'm going with Kansas City.
So it seems like Terry McLaurin is playing for the Commanders.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
This is
surprise.
huge news.
I did not see that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
I've never
Unstoppable.
seen the light. All right.
I see the light.
I've never seen. Oh, whatever. If you
Kansas.
know that call,
Of course.
Go.
Kansas City.
Oh,
JJ,
okay.
Kansas City.
2 words, 1 winner. The Chiefs. Well, looks like we're heading towards 1 o'clock, which means that is the end of another edition of the Booth Review. So whether you're watching the World Series or if you're watching the Jets lose again, because we know what's going to happen. We hope you enjoy another intriguing weekend in sports and a week of, possibly the World Series and more football next week to come. For Chase Caridi to my left and JJ Segalio to my right, I'm Robbie Basil. This has been another edition of the Booth Review on WIUR Radio.
Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.